Hey guys, how are you? This is Mr. Argueta coming to you week number 4, which is your midterm week. I wanted to give you your weekly update as soon as possible. I hope that you got the email, or you can also go to the announcement part of our page to see a video that I posted giving you a heads up on your midterm. So I want to make sure that I got to you early enough to give you an idea of what to expect for this week. Of course, give you the update for last week and just give you an idea of how the class is doing overall. So first and foremost, I want to let you know that you guys have been doing a wonderful job. Most of the class understands what I'm looking for. You're getting into the pattern. You understand the pattern of my class. You understand what I'm looking for in regards to our discussion post. I want to reassure you that I read every single post. I might not reply to everybody all the time, but I do read every single post. I read through the comments, I read through all that's going on, and I am updated with grading you guys from week 1 and week 2. This week I will begin reading all your posts from week 3, and of course you got the interaction going on for week 4. So here's what's happened. Week 4 is technically a little past the midway through our class. So I encourage you to please go now and look at your grades. Make sure that the grades that you are expecting are happening. That's not something that I do. You should be able to go in there, pull up all your grades, see your grades. If you feel you're missing something, let me know. I'll be more than happy to look into that. But please understand that most of your work is graded instantly, automatically. It takes a couple of seconds or maybe minutes to go in through Blackboard. I grade your discussions. In regards to the discussions, the reason why I put so much emphasis on that is because that's how I know what's happening among the class. Are you guys understanding the topic? Are you learning it? Do you get what's happening? I hear it in your conversations. I could see it in your discussion. This is a principles of management class, and although I understand you guys are not at a higher level of management or understanding of the management theories, I still have a high expectation of our level of understanding of this principle. So please know that although I'm pushing you to have a discussion, it's for a reason. I'm not just giving you busy work. I want to know if you understand what the principles of management are. What are we trying to figure out here? And I guarantee you that if you take this to heart, it will help you in any career that you're involved in, especially if you're going to move into a leadership role. The SWOT analysis we did last week, it's a very useful tool that most managers or people in business will understand and know, and understand that this is a critical part of understanding your environment in business. So when we look at that, the other chapter also reviewed what would be the personalities of a business, an entrepreneur. So if you're looking at going into business, chapter 6 is probably something you want to read over and over again and understand what the common traits are of a person who goes into business, an entrepreneur, a successful entrepreneur. So I think it's important for you to get to the point where it's not just busy work for you. If this is something that you're making as a career choice or you're going to use in your everyday life, it's valuable information. Like a grade is worthless if you're not going to use this information for a real applicable real world experience. So enough of my soapbox. I want to give you an update on what I saw last week, how proud I am of you guys in regards to some of your SWOT analysis. Some of you went over and above, gave me a PowerPoint presentation, gave me a Word document. Super, super awesome. Some of the good analysis I saw out there, Nike, Adidas, Chick-fil-A, TJ Maxx, Ross. I'm just brainstorming on 100 other conversations that we've had online, but you're getting it. That's when I know that what we're doing here is working, is when you are speaking management talk, when you're talking like a professional, when you're speaking like a business person. This is what's going to make you stand out in the real world job opportunities. When you're able to speak the language, when you're able to talk like they talk, when you're able to hold a conversation and you're not wondering what the heck are they saying, when you know what a SWOT analysis is, when someone brings it up and you understand what you're talking about, when you know how to evaluate the weakness. There are some jobs in management that will require you to do a SWOT analysis and bring it to the interview so they know that you understand their business. I've had that happen to me several occasions. That's what makes you different than the person trying to get that job next to you. So the other thing we're looking at, so that was last week. Well done. Good job, guys. I noticed that some of you have gone over and above our 4 minimum interactions online. I want to thank you for that. That's exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Connecting with other students, listening to their stories. There is such a huge resource in this class. Please take advantage of it. It's going to be very few classes that you have 100 people from different parts of this region, from different professions in this area. This is a great method to connect with one another. I think there's someone here from Europe that moved here, was adopted. I can't pronounce the name. I don't want to butcher it. But we have 3 Jennifers in this class. By the way, I met one of the Jennifers. She works for GNTC. Wonderful, wonderful person. Once again, if you see me, I'm pretty recognizable. So if you see me out there, stop me and just say, hey, I'm in your class. I would love to meet you. To the Jennifer that I met, it was a pleasure to meet you. It was wonderful to get to see who you are. I now recognize your name in the post, and I get to interact with you. As I mentioned, we have a young lady who is married to one of the businesses in Dalton, the Pollo Alegre, which is basically a chicken place, which I promise to go visit here soon. Chicken restaurant that serves a wonderful, like barbecued smoked chicken. Anyhow, that being said, we move on to this week, which is midterm week. So here's the deal. The midterm was supposed to be timed. It was supposed to be 40 minutes. That's a minute a question. People always argue with me about that. But the reality is you have seen every single one of these questions. It should not be a surprise to you. Every week you get one of those questions. Those 40 questions in your midterm have been pulled from your quizzes. So 1 minute a question shouldn't be an issue if you've done your work all semester long. Now, that being said, I think I went over and above and I removed the time limit. Please don't let me regret that. I went to sleep last night thinking, did I make it too easy for you guys? And I'm not trying to be hard. I'm just trying to make sure that we are getting the information we need and reaching our objectives in this course. But that's what you're going to be looking at. Your midterm shouldn't be that difficult. It's multiple choice, questions you have already seen, and no time limit. So hopefully you guys take advantage of that and give me a bunch of 100s, and that'll make this course a lot easier to work with. Okay, second of all, I also, for some of you who have been struggling and had some issues, I want you to know that I try to be as fair as I can for everyone, not for one person or some situations and not others. I don't want to put myself in the situation to be someone's judge about your condition, your situation, or what is valid an extension. So what I do is I am going to forgive the whole class for one chapter for this first part of the semester. So that means that if some reason you had a bad week and you didn't do very well, I am dropping